Not by might nor by power, but by my spirit, say the Lord of hosts. Not by might nor by power, but by my spirit, say the Lord of hosts. I'm Elijah, and this is the program that you're listening to. So let's get it. Banned from the Bible, 3 books from one. The book of Enoch, Jubilee, and Hasher. Gotta read Hasher first from time, the testimony. From the time we left God to win in promised land the first time. Jubilee is the prophecy, everything that was going to happen unto us. From the time we left the garden until this day, Enoch's is prophecy, everything that was going to happen in the world from generation to generation. This book is by Joseph Lawkins. Of course, you know it's the next book, the Apocrypha. Knowledge, wisdom, understanding, faith, patience, hope, charity, execution of righteous judgments. Oh man, the Bible, how it was put together. Everything is in that book, man. And the Lord God gave me the book like that, wisdom book. Next book the Lord God gave to me is why I'm here. The Testimony of the 12 Patriarchs. This one is by Robert H. Charles. He told us, I want to send Elijah to you before the great and dreadful day of the Lord, and shall turn the hearts of the fathers back to the children hearts back to the fathers. So who are the fathers? Reuben, Simeon, Levi, and Judah, Issachar, Zebulun, Dan, and Naphtali, Gad, and Asher, and Joseph and Benjamin. Those are our fathers, man. They left us everything. Prophecy of the last time, turmoils of the last time, what's going to happen to us in the last days, where, when, and why, and how it's going to happen, who's going to conspire against us, who's going to work the work, and what we was going to do in captivity. All that, how we gonna go into captivity and how we gonna get it out of captivity. So that's in Testament of the 12 Patriarchs, and that's by Robert H. Charles. Next book the Lord God give me was the demons. Gotta know the demons. Who they are, what they're doing, how, which, and why. Matter of fact, he gave me this book before he gave me the Testament of 12 Patriarchs. So you gotta know the demons. Who they are, what frustration, what type of business are, what is their prophecy, what they said was going to happen to, what they was going to do in the last days and time that you're living in right now. So all that's in the Testament side, what frustrates them, what hurts them, how they look, what they can do, what they can't do, who's over them, who they are afraid of. So all that's in the book, man. Yeah. Now it's the books the Lord gave them. First and second book of Adam and Eve. Yeah, the first and second book. Yeah, everything. It's about Satan and Adam, the battle, the conflict that they had, the start of it. The start of it, man, they got a lot of information in that book. And those books makes up what? The Holy Bible. The Holy Bible came from somewhere. There's every reason to put everything under the sun. So when you go back to the Apocrypha, you know what happened to the Holy Bible. How it got together, who put it together, when, where, why, and how he put it together, and why he put it together. At least that's what he said, but you know you don't supposed to believe that. We said the Lord God said, believe not every tale. All right. The Knox Gospel of Tom, Mary, and John. So that's what they gave to me. And they have things in that book that it's not. They have things in the Gnostic Gospel of Thomas, Mary, and John that Jesus did, and Jesus said that just not in the Holy Bible, just not there. You can't find them in the Holy Bible. But they have other things that Jesus said and did that are in the Holy Bible, just written in a different form, different way. The message the Lord God gave to me to give to you. Not by might nor by power, but by my spirit, says the Lord of hosts. Not by might nor by power, but by my spirit, says the Lord of hosts. And so when you get that, it goes to Zechariah chapter 4, verse 4 through 6. Just like the prophecy of me. See, I'm going to send you life for the great and dreadful days of the Lord. And that's found in Malachi chapter 4, verse 5. And I tell you, read verses 4 through 6. Chapter 4, verses 4 through 6. And Zechariah, same thing. Chapter 4, verses 4 through 6. And then to really get deep into Zechariah chapter, you got to go to the book of Haggai where he told Zerubbabel what he was going to use him for and what he should do for him. Prophecy, man. Everything's about prophecy. Everything's about prophecy. Of course, you know they have 2 dreams for you. These are old dreams. This is an old dream, and you know how things are today. Some dreams I really don't like to see. But this dream was about war and time and stuff. So let me read it. I was walking with this young man. He asked me to go to the store. He asked me to go to some type of event with him. We was walking to the store. So that we say he asked me to go to some type of event with him. He was walking to the store. We met a little girl on the way and we was talking to her. I asked her what her name is, what she is doing, and she said she is on her way to the store. I said, that's good. We was waiting to cross the street. Asked how was she? And she answered she was fine. Oh, I asked her how old she was. And she said 9. I hurried and crossed the street with the person I was with because I didn't want anyone to think I was doing something to her. Before I crossed the street, I gave the girl $6. Yeah, the last cash I had. She took it and folded up with her monies. I think it made her have $9 that she had. Then I crossed the street away from her. We arrived at the store. I was thinking the person with me was going to take the $6 back so we could have money to purchase food. Um, so we had something to purchase food with. We was in the line with the girl, and I was talking about I needed a wife, and so yeah, she said I would marry you right now, and I was shocked. I got out of the line, went laid with my pants on in the bed playing a game. It was a war game. See, that's war. And then this dream here about I don't know. This dream might be 3, 4 years old. I can't remember now. So I was playing a war game. I was listening while I was playing the game. The girl made a purchase. Girl made yeah made the girl made a purchase. To myself, I said, I hope she got $6 back because that is the only cash I had. So she made the purchase and walked out. And I was still lying down playing the game. I lost 2 of my plays, and it was down to the last one. So I took a cannon and I had a helicopter. I had warplanes. I shot, I shot and missed and hit my own helicopter, but it didn't go down. I shot again, and it again hit this time, and it would say smoke, but it was still in the battle with the others, and I tried my cannon. So that's war, man. That's war. Yeah. And during that time, the war was a young girl. Yeah, and it was like it was gonna happen in between 6 and 9 months. So whatever happened, so all I can do is give it to you like the Lord God give it to me, because a lot of times we don't know what things mean. We just be allegories. And that's that time right now, man. War is coming on, and I know it's the reason why I know it's the time now because what I told her, said I needed a wife. So so that's that time right now. Yeah. Oh yeah. All right. This book here, man. This is stuff. I can read this dream again. I read this one again. I asked why we were. I asked why we were put in slavery. And one not keeping the article, and this was asking them other questions. This kind of light here. I asked why we were put in slavery. This is a question I asked them. One, not keeping the article, and I was asking them other questions. Let me ask you one more question. Then I say we didn't keep the covenant. See, I was asking somebody. I asked a man, well, why you think? I asked him why we was put in slavery. That's a question I was asking somebody. One, not keeping the article. That's what we said, and the other asked them. Then I asked them other questions, and I said, let me ask you one more question. Then I said, we didn't keep the covenant. The fourth commandment, I started to recite, and the children joined in. And when we start keeping it, we shall return to our own land, and then we shall run the world. Israel shall rule the world. And the question I was asking was found in the Bible and found in the book banned from the Bible. So that was before I got this dream here was before I got the Testament of 12 Patriarchs. So and then he said, like I said, the book that what's gonna happen is found in the Bible. And Jesus told you that the righteousness. Yeah, that's in the first. That's but let's go to where at this video here because the covenant is coming out, and the Lord God gave me something, and I don't want to be disobedient. So it was the Lord God gave me. So we're going to Jeremiah chapter 3. Jeremiah chapter 3. Yeah. They say, if a man put away his wife, and should he go from him and become another man, should he return unto her again? Should not that land be greatly polluted? But thou hast played the harlot with many lovers, yet return again to me, say the Lord. Lift up thy eyes unto the high place and see where thou hast not been lying with, in the ways that thou said for them, as the Arabian in the wilderness, and thou hast polluted the land with thy whoredoms and with thy wickedness. That's what we have done. Therefore the showers have been withholden, and there has been no latter rain, and thou hast a whore forehead. Thou refusest to be ashamed. Wilt thou not from this time cry unto me, my Father, thou art the God of my youth? Will he reserve his anger forever? Will he keep it to the end? Behold, thou hast spoken and done evil things as thou couldest. The Lord said also unto me in the days of Josiah the king, as thou hast seen that which backsliding Israel has done, she is gone up upon every high mountain under every green tree and has played the harlot. See? So that right then he calls you a woman. Yeah, come on, man. And I said after she had done all these things, turn thou unto me. But she returned not. And her treacherous sister Judah saw it. So that's when you talk about treacherous sister Judah, that's us. And I said, when for all the causes whereby backsliding Israel committed adultery, that's the other people, I had put her away and given her a bill of divorce. Yet the treacherous sister Judah feared not, but went and played the harlot also. And it came to pass through the lightness of her whoredom that she defiled the land and committed adultery with stones and with stocks. And that's what you're doing now. Yeah, man, you don't serve God, man. You serve whatever those false preachers and pastors and everything they'll tell you. And that's what you serve. You don't serve the Lord God. Yet for all this her treacherous sister Judah have not turned unto me with her whole heart, but stringently, say the Lord. You keeping 9 of the commandments, you're not keeping all the law, you're not keeping the 10 commandments, bro. Come on. Come on, bro. You done throw away the covenant day, the most important day, the covenant. And the Lord said unto me, backsliders in Israel has justified herself more than treacherous Judah. Go and proclaim these words towards north and say, return thy backsliding Israel, say the Lord, and I will not cause my anger to fall upon you, for I am merciful, say the Lord, and I will not keep anger forever. Only acknowledge thy iniquity, that thou hast transgressed against the Lord thy God, and hast scattered the ways to the strangers under every green tree, and have not obeyed my voice, say the Lord. And that's what you're doing. Every stranger on every green tree. Come on, man. You go to these pastors, teachers, all these people there. You do all these things, but you don't do what the Lord God says. You listening to them, what they say. But the Lord God tell you to do something else, and you don't do it. Turn, O backsliding children, say the Lord, for I am married unto you, and I will take you one of a city and 2 of a family, and I will bring you to Zion, and I will give you pastors according to my heart, which shall feed you with the knowledge and understanding. So that's why I give you these books and things, because I give you the knowledge and the understanding of these books. It's the Lord God feeding you. It's not me. He gave me this to give to you. And just like, go back to Jeremiah chapter 3, verse, turn, O backsliding children, say, I'll marry unto you, and I'll take you one to sin into a family, and I'll bring you to what? Zion. Does that sound like somebody come and take you and fly you away to some distant planet, man? Some place that they name, some planet that they name heaven? Come on, bro. Come on. And it come to pass when you multiply and increase in land in those days, say the Lord, they shall say no more the ark of the covenant of the Lord. Neither shall it come to mind, neither shall thou remember it, neither shall they visit it, neither shall they be done anymore. So the ark of the covenant, no, we don't say that now. We don't. It don't come to the heart, nor does it come to mind. At that time they shall call Jerusalem the throne of the Lord, and all the nations shall be gathered unto it, to the name of the Lord, to Jerusalem. These shall they walk in the more after the imagination of their evil heart. So what that mean? The dreams that you dream, the imagination, when they say, oh, you can do everything and be anything you want. But all that they tell you that, but they don't tell you to serve the Lord that God. In those days, the house of Judah shall walk with the house of Israel, and they shall come together out the land of the north and the land that I have given for inheritance unto your fathers. See that? But I said, how should I put thee among the children and give thee a pleasant land, a godly heritage of the host of nations? And I said, thou shalt call me my father, and shall not turn away from me. Surely as a wife treacherously depart from her husband, so have you dealt treacherously with me, O house of Israel, say the Lord. So that's us. He's talking about us. A voice was heard upon the high places, weeping and supplication of the children of Israel, for they had perverted their way, and they had forgotten the Lord their God. And that's what you have done. Yeah, they're doing everything, man. They go out there to get education, to go get these jobs and work these hard on these jobs and do everything. They do all those things, but do they go to return back to the Lord God with their whole heart? That's why I say they have forgotten the Lord their God. You know, forgot how to enter back into that bind of the Holy Covenant and serve the Lord their God. Man, when you go to any one of these books, but when you go to the Testament of 12-page roll, and let's do what those fathers say. Let's do what our fathers say. Let's do what our fathers say, but that we shouldn't be doing. Okay. Return, ye backsliding children, for I will heal your backsliding. Behold, we come unto thee, for thou art the Lord our God. Truly in vain is salvation hope from the hills. See, truly in vain is salvation hope from the hills and from the multitude of mountains. Truly in the Lord our God is the salvation of Israel. See, that's what I'm telling you. Look what they say. What they say? Come on, these people tell you all these different things, but salvation is what? The Lord your God. Salvation is what? Of Israel. Returning back, keeping this holy covenant, man. For shame thou devoured the labor of our fathers from our youth, their flocks and their herds, their sons and their daughters. We lie down in our shame, and our confession covered us. For we have sinned against the Lord our God, and we and our fathers from our youth even unto this day, we have not obeyed the voice of the Lord our God. So I can give it to you like, because everything gonna change, man. Everything is changing, but you're not paying attention to it. But you better start paying attention to it, because like I tell you, I'll tell you, I'm here. So if you don't know nothing, go read. Ask the Lord God to show you and teach you. Humble yourself. It's going to take a little while, but what he said within 3 years, you know, that's what he told Hosea. Yeah, 3 years. The first day, he said within 3 days. What was 3 days? 3 years. Come on. The word which came to Jeremiah from the Lord saying, arise, go down to the pot. Just finish reading this. Arise, go down to the potter's house, and they will cause thee to hear my words. Then I went down to the potter's house, and behold, he wrote the work on the wheels. The vessel that he made of clay was mired in the hand of the potter, so he made it again another vessel, and it seemed good to the potter to make it. So I haven't went to one of the other books. God haven't sent me to the book of wisdom in a long time. But when you go read when you go read Esdras, first and second Esdras, one of them they tell you about the pot, what it really truly go deep into it. Yeah. Then the word of the Lord came to me saying, the house of Israel cannot I do with you as this potter? Said the Lord, behold, the clay is in the potter's hand. So are you in my hand, O house of Israel. At what instant I shall speak concerning a nation, concerning a king, to pluck up and to pull down and to destroy it. See, I'm telling you, see what I'm saying? Man, if the nation against whom I have pronounced turn from the evil way, I will repent of the evil that I thought to do unto them. And at what instant shall I speak concerning a nation, concerning a kingdom to build and to plan it? But if it do evil in my sight, that it obey not my voice, then I will repent of the good wherewith I have said I will benefit them. Now therefore go speak to the men of Judah and to the inhabitants of Jerusalem, saying, thus say the Lord, behold, I frame evil against you and devise a device against you. And return ye now everyone from his evil way, and make your ways and your doings good. And man, them wicked people, I gotta stop now. You know, wicked people in Israel, in Israel on that piece of dirt. So when I went to Jerusalem, like I told you about David. But one of the questions that I didn't tell you this in the last video. One of the questions that he asked me said, why would God? He's talking about Mary. He said, why would God have sex with Mary? That's what he asked. He said, why would God have? You know what I answered him? I said, why are you asking me this? I told him, because what they do, they try to. They still do it. They try to trap you just like they try to trap Jesus with those foolish questions. Could never trap Jesus, man, Jesus. Well, anyway, so he tried to trap me with that. Now, you know what? That's what I asked. I said, why are you asking me a question about God? Should not you go ask God about that? That's what I'm saying. That's why I told him, why you asking me a question about God? Should you not go ask God about that? And man, he didn't like that. Boy, he didn't like that. But all I could do is tell him the truth. Man, come on, bro. That's an answer for God. He the one who did it, and he knows why he did it. So that's why I told him, say, go ask God that question. Because they with all that foolishness, man. God already told you and explained everything to you. He's done it in the book of Isaiah. Now, when God says that way, it's that way. Ain't nothing you can do. So he act like God came and, well, let me digress, because so them people, them Jews, they're not Jews over there. They're evil and wicked people. That's what's over there. And the Lord God done told you that. They say they are Jews, but what? They are not. Now therefore go to speak to the men of Judah and to the inhabitants of Jerusalem, saying, thus say the Lord, behold, I frame evil against you and devise a device against you. Return you now everyone from his evil way, and make your ways and your doings good. And they say, there is no hope, but we will walk after our own devices, and we will everyone do the imagination of his evil heart. You're going to see. Watch. Keep watching. You're going to see. You're going to say, man, that's what they're going to do. You watch. Watch. Keep on saying. All I can do is tell you this all I can do is keep telling till that day comes. And you're going to see that day. You're going to see the evil and the wickedness that they had prepared for you. You're going to see it. Therefore, thus say the Lord, they're doing it now, but they're hiding it. They'll do it. They'll do something evil and put a good tag on it and say, well, they deserve that. But you're not telling the poor what you did. Just like anything else, you see the retaliation. You don't see what caused that to happen that way. And that's what they do. Therefore, thus say the Lord, ask now among the heathen who have heard such a thing. A virgin of Israel have done a very horrible thing. Will a man leave? Yeah, then we say, therefore thus it acts now the heathen who have heard such a thing of virgin Israel have done a very horrible thing. Will a man leave the snow at Lebanon, which come from the rock of the field? Or shall the cold flowing water that come from another place be forsaken? Because my people have forgotten me. They have burned incense to vanity. They have caused them to stumble in their ways from the ancient path, to walk in the paths in a way not cast up. Now, I did it too, man. I had all them different free breeze, free breeze, and all them different incense burning there. And man had that, yeah, had it smelling a so certain way. So what? Commit fornication, adultery. To do what? To think, to live out that vanity, all them vanities that, man. Well, that's what they're doing, man. You're going down to be burning them incense in the house. And what you going to do? You going to serve God, or you going to commit fornication, adultery? Come on, man. Do something that you ain't supposed to have no business doing. Come on, man. Oh, man. To make that land desolate, a perpetual hissing. Everyone that passes thereby should be astonished and wag his head. I will scatter them with an east wind before the enemy. I will show them the back and not the face in the day of their calamity. And that's coming. Yeah, you already had our calamity, but he's not talking about our calamity. He's talking about their calamity. You're going to see. Man, I told you I didn't saw Warrenwood. Okay. The Warrenwood comes from the west to the east. This, it goes both ways, but the one he talking about coming from the west to the east. Then say they come, let us devise devices against Jeremiah. For the law should not perish from the priest, nor the counsel from the wise, nor the word from the prophet. Come, let us smite him with the tongue, and let us give a heed of his words. Let us not give heed to any of the word. So that's what they did to you. They're going to do it to me. They're going to do it again to me too. Yeah, they destroyed Israel. You see, they put a bad name on Israel, but put a good name on Jews. But that they got that backwards. They call themselves God's chosen people, which they are not God's chosen people. They're over there in God. They're over there in the land in God's in God's namesake land. That's what they have done. What you think what Levi was telling you about what they was gonna do? What you think when you go read the book of when in the Second King, Ahab and Jezebel, when they took the land for Nail? What you think that's about, man? It's about the land, about our promise, but you ain't got to worry about that. Now go ahead and let them stay. I just finished reading that to you, how they was going to take it. Let them stay over there. Because when the time comes, the Lord God come back to get us, where he bring us back? To our covenant land, the land that was promised unto us. Man. So don't worry about that. All you got to do is worry about getting back in the bonds of the Holy Covenant. Because if you don't get back in the bonds of the Holy Covenant, you're going to live through them 3 years of darkness, them 3 years of tribulation. All right. Okay. Well, if you think so, you don't think so, well, wait for it. It shall come. It shall come. See, I'm going to read this. Jeremiah 18:18. Then say they, come, let us devise devices against Jeremiah. But the law should not perish from the priest, nor the counsel from the wise, nor the word from the prophet. Come, let us smite him with the tongue, see, and speak against him. And let us not give heed of any word. And I told this one before. Jezebel sent a letter, got these two men. The two men came down and spoke against Naaman. They took Naaman and and stoned him to death. Yeah, this is a queen and a king doing this to a little man behind what? The land, the vineyard, the land. And what is the vineyard of the Lord? Come on, man. I done read that to you so many times. Go find out what the vineyard of the Lord is. Go read the book of, Second Kings and read about Jezebel and Ahab and see what they done. That's the same thing. Read about, and Jesus told you about that, about how the man laid out his vineyard and he killed the son. First he killed the the hireling, then he killed the son. Yeah. What you think he's talking about? Our land. Give heed to me, O Lord, and hearken to the voice of them that contend with me. Should evil be recompensed for good? That's what they're doing. See? You haven't been nothing but good to these people. And every time you be good, what they do? They give you evil. All everything you just keep doing, they keep on giving you. For they have digged a pit for my soul. Remember that I stood before thee to speak good of them, and to turn away thy wrath from them. And you're doing that right now. That's what the pastor and preacher tell you to do. Yeah, man, they tell you about, you love your enemy and all that stuff, man. Go read, but you better go get into Psalm. I tell you, start over Psalms 35. Learn how to pray for your enemy. Therefore, deliver up their children to the famine, and pour out thy blood by the force of the sword, and let their wives bereave their children and be widows, and let the men be put to death. Let the young men be slain by the sword in battle. Let a cry be heard from their house when thou should bring a troop suddenly upon them. And they have dug a pit to take me, and hid snares for my feet. Yet the Lord knoweth all their counsel against me to slay me. Forgive not their iniquity, neither blot out their sins from thy sight. But let them be overthrown before thee, and deal thus with them in the time of thy anger. And that's what time it is. So I was tell you, see, that's praying for your enemy. That's how you pray for it. But yet let the Lord that knoweth all the counsel against me to slay me, forgive not their iniquity, neither blot out their sins from thy sight, but let them be overthrown before thee. Deal thus with them in the time of thy anger. And that's the time coming up. And that's why the Lord God said, that's why he tell you, I'm going to send Elijah before the great and dreadful day of the Lord. And that's what you're looking at. After that, Elijah, that's what I'm talking about. That was Jeremiah telling about. The great and dreadful day of the Lord is coming. And man, you can't stay here. You got to enter back in the bonds of forever come and repent with your whole heart. Because if you don't, you're going to be here. Okay? All right. Okay, remember the 10 virgins, 5 had oil and 5 did not. 5 was prepared, they had everything to do. But the 5 that wasn't prepared, they had to stay here. And when they stay here, what's going to happen here? 3.5 years, darkness, famine. He just going to tell you, bloodshed, war, and you're going to live through all that. Okay? So you just keep on going like you're going and thinking nothing's going to happen. But it's going to happen. You got to have it all. All right? Okay, you keep letting, I tell you, these pastors, they have a plan. And that plan, when them demons come down, what them demons like? Just like the Lord God told you, it should be at the time of Noah. And what those giants were doing when they couldn't have no food or not to eat, what they was eating? Flesh. Come on, bro. And I told you and I read that to you. It's in the Holy Bible. Yeah, a third part gonna be eating what? Gonna become cannibals. They're gonna eat men's flesh. The mother's going to be eating the daughters. The mother's going to be eating the children. I just finished reading that to you, bro. Because they're going to be delicate women. I just finished reading that to you about the delicate women. Yeah, if you want to know, go read. I made a video. Gayle King dream. Now, I might have spelled her name wrong. But I'm talking about Gayle King that come on CBS News in the morning. Go type in Behold Elijah Gayle King. And I read to you into that. And I read it in that video or whatever you want to call it. That's where that's at. All right. Okay. But anyway, this is not by might nor by power, but by my spirit, to the Lord of hosts. I'm alive. Oh, man, before I go. One more thing before I go. Man, I'm trying to, because it's the Sabbath, man. I want to be prepared, bro. Now, I'm not going to perish because you're going to Isaiah chapter 46. Isaiah chapter 46. Baal bows down, Nebo stupid. Their idols were upon the beasts and upon the cattle. Your carriages were heavily loaded. They are a burden to the weary beasts. They stoop, they bow down together. They could not deliver the burden, but themselves are gone into captivity. Now you know who's gone into captivity. Hearken unto me, O house of Jacob, and all the remnant of the house of Israel, which are born by me from the belly, which are carried from the womb, even to your old age, I am he, even to your hoar hairs will I carry you. I have made, and I will bear, even I will carry, and will deliver you. That he's talking to us. He's talking to Israel, he's talking to us. To whom will you liken me, and make me equal, and compare me, that you may like? They lavish gold out of the bag, and weigh the silver in balance, and hire a goldsmith, he maketh it a god, and fall down, yea, they worship. They bear it upon the shoulder, they carry him, they set him in a place, and he standeth. From his place should he not remove, yea, one shall cry at him, can hear, yet can he not answer, nor save him out of his trouble? Remember this, show yourselves men, bring it again to mind, O ye transgressor. Remember the former things of old, for I am God, and there is none else. I am a God, and there is none like me. So when he's talking about remember the former things of old, so when you go from back in the Bible, man, and read those, read what your people did at old, how they humble themselves, how they call upon the name of the Lord God. And all these books I give you, man, are from the old. They're not. Okay, let me continue on reading. Yeah. Remember the former things of old, for I am God, and there is none else. I am God, and there is none like me. Declaring the end from the beginning, from the ancient times, the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel should stand, I will do all my pleasure. So let's go. So the book of Enoch is what? I tell you about man from the Bible. And what is prophecy? Lord God tell you, I'm telling you, I'm declaring the end from the beginning. So he tells us in the book of Enoch, and Adam, even in Adam, that's what he did. He told us the end of everything at the beginning. And from the ancient time, things that are not done. So when you go to all these books of prophecy, man, got prophecy in all these books. And when you go in the book of the 12 patriarchs, and this is what our fathers taught us and told us what was going to happen. The prophecy of what they told. Go to the book of wisdom, listen to their prophecy, what they told. Go to the book, the Testament of Solomon and demons, and tell you what those demons told you. Come on, man, all that's prophecy, man. Those prophecies were here way before, and they told us what's going to happen, and they are happening. They are happening right now. I'll read that again, then I'll never go tell you in the dream. Declare the end from the beginning, from the ancient time, the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel should stand, I will do all my pleasure, calling a ravenous bird from the east. Well, before I read that, I had a dream, man, and in the dream they had this window, and the window, man, and the window, I think the first time I saw the window, just a window. Then the next time I looked at that, and all I could see the arm. I see this man stick out his arm, and stick out his arm. He have like a branch. You know how you have a stick, yeah, like you have a stick or a branch. Well, it was a stick. It was a branch, but you have some branches just look like a regular stick. You stick out there. So man, he just took that, and all I could see is the back of his arm, and out the window, he took the stick and put it out the window, and out of this left hand. And man, when he took that out, buddy, he had that yellow bird. That yellow bird just came and flew on that stick. And so when he flew on that stick, he brought it in. So that's what that means. And it's a ravenous bird. So this we say, called a ravenous bird from the east. A ravenous bird from the east, the man that execute my counsel from a far country. Yea, I have spoken it, I will also bring it to pass. I have proposed it, I will also do it. So, yeah, so the Chinese New Year, so you know you have the Chinese New Year. I think it was last year or year before last. And boy, I seen this big yellow chicken. And that's what a ravenous bird is, a chicken. And if you ask an old country boy, somebody know about that chicken, man, I had this chicken, man. This chicken eat everything. It's a ravenous bird. It eats everything. You put it down there, it's going to eat it. Even if he don't like it, he'll peck on it and eat it. Then he'll wipe his beak, but he going to eat it. Yeah, a ravenous bird. He's going to taste it. Come on, man. They eat everything. Them chicken, you think a hog eat everything? Chicken eat everything. Now, ask somebody about a chicken. You go ask somebody, say, have you ever seen chickens before? Have you been raised around chicken? And ask them how chickens are, and they'll tell you, man, chicken eat everything. You throw it in there, it's gonna be gone. I'm telling you. All right. Okay. Calling a ravenous bird from the east that the man executed. Shi Shang Ping. That's a ravenous bird from the east. Calling a ravenous bird from the east to make, yeah, the man that execute my counsel from a far country. Yeah, I have spoken it. I will also bring it to pass. I have proposed it. I will also do it. Hearken unto me, thou stout-hearted, that are far from righteousness. I will bring near my righteousness. It should not be far off. My salvation should not tarry. I will place salvation in Zion for Israel, my glory. So who is Israel? That's us. He's doing all the Lord God said he have done everything for us, and everything is being done for us. For who his name's sake? Who is his name's sake? Israel, not Jews, Israel. And man, you're gonna have to learn that. Man, once you learn who you are, and then when you read things, they open up to you because now you know who you are. And you can't know who you are till you fall back in the bonds of the forever covenant. So this thing here, when you go read the book of the 12 patriarchs, and one of our fathers teaches us that we have to do everything according to it in its time. So you can't put one before the other. You have to do it accordingly. And that's why our fathers teaches us so much in the Testament of 12 patriarchs. Man, our fathers teach us everything. And it tells us everything. They tell us prophecies about us. And you learn more about yourself. Okay. Well, anyway, this is not by might nor by power, but by my spirit, say the Lord of hosts, and I'm Elijah. Until next time.